Hi there, this is one of our walks that we did on a weekend. We don't like walking anywhere too strenuous. We drove out towards Macclesfield and found this parking spot with some information about Birchencliff. So I got my drone out and Tom decided to walk up this hill. Bitterly cold, which you can't tell obviously on this footage. I'll just tell you a bit about my drone while Tom's walking up the hill. It's Air2S, a DJI Air2S drone. I've had her a few months, but I'm still getting to used to using all the features really. They have got a tracking facility on it, which I could have actually tracked Tom's movements, but I didn't. My hands are actually freezing at this point holding the controller because it was a bitterly cold day. So Tom's climbing up this hill. We've not been here before. It's just outside Macclesfield. We drove through Poynton, through Kettleshulme, and then came to that parking spot. So you can see here in the snow, you can see all the paths around this area. Not very steep at all. It's easy for me to say because I wasn't walking at this point, but it was just that it was very slippy, really. Tom had to be careful. You can't tell how rocky it is from up above here. So he's making his ascent there. It's also quite windy. He comes across some sort of concrete structure. There's me trying out the 4x zoom anyway, and then I think around this point he comes across some concrete structure and takes a picture of it, which you'll see in a second. So all's going well to this point. Here's this concrete structure, which I thought it was a path going off at the back, but it's not. It's not. So decided to fly a bit higher. I did reach the altitude limits soon after this, which is 400 feet above sea level. So obviously, because we're in the hills anyway, you know, you're restricted. You can't go sky high. And luckily, I wasn't in the flight path here. By the way, I do have an operator ID to operate this drone, and I have done the required studying. So that's showing you the toposcope, which I didn't know that's what they were called on the top of the hill. Tom didn't get to that on this particular day, but if you stick with us, we come back the next day and you will see the toposcope. It's an unusual word, that, isn't it? So this is panning around, not a building in sight, just one farmhouse for miles. Absolutely beautiful. So then I decide that I'll bring the drone back that day, and that's enough for that day. The next shot will just show you the road that we stopped on. This is the road here, and it's called Bakestonedale Road. So that's just through Kettleshulme. So then the next day we decided to go back because it was a beautiful day, beautiful sunshine. This is like mid to late afternoon, and realised that there was disused coal mines on the hillside. So quite excited to go and see those. My handset lost connection. I think I got a bit overexcited flying her out up into the hill, and after a tense few moments the software sorts itself out, and obviously she's connected to lots of satellites, and she returned home to me. They are quite reliable at doing this. It's happened a few times to me. So we decided again that we'd just both this time walk up the hill without the snow, a lot easier underfoot. And then we passed that same concrete thing that Tom had photographed the day before. So then we get to the toposcope and find out all about what's gone on in this area. Really interesting. There were some coal mines here a couple of 100 years ago, and I think the final ones were capped and sealed off in the 1960s. Really interesting to read about, and made the walk quite good. I'm really glad we found this place. So this is speeded up. I'm not normally such a fast walker. Anyway, so just really interesting to see where the entrances to the mines must have been, and how they've, just covered them with massive stones. That's a beautiful view that the miners must have seen all those years ago. Hope they were wrapped up because it was bitter. And then here's some of the wildlife, watching what's going on. Beautiful. There's a few of these around. So carried on going a bit higher. And then you've got a great view looking over Stockport towards Manchester. And if you had a decent zoom lens on your SLR, you get some fabulous views here. So these are the aerial views I took with the drone. It's absolutely beautiful. This was in the sun, late afternoon sun. So thoroughly recommend going for a nice walk here. Not too strenuous at all. We were treated to a lovely sunset developing. When I got home, I had a look at the Bridge Centre, which if you want more information on walking around here, that's where you need to go. So bye for now. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in easy walks around the northwest, around the outskirts of Manchester, it'd be great if you could subscribe and watch us on our mini adventures. Bye.